Hey guys, Jeff White. Hey, listen, wanted to say hello to everyone who's on our official Top Team Marketing Group Hangout. Like to welcome everyone who's on the other side listening to us. And I say the other side because there are some people that are on our portal. And then again, there are other people who might be listening in who are actually guests or hosts on the site. And they're going to be out here telling their story tonight. And my voice is a little out of kilter, I guess you could say. I've been having a nice time this afternoon with my wife and my family and friends. Had some friends come in from the great city of New Orleans, Louisiana, and brought in some redfish and some oysters and all that good stuff. But that's another story. But if you're on this call, we want you to have a nice time to be able to listen in to some people that have some amazing stories about how they're able to make money from home with no recruiting required. If you probably got an invite or an invitation from someone and you're listening into this, what you're going to hear tonight is going to be something that you can do from the comfort of your home, or like some of our people actually that are still on jobs, they actually do it from the comfort of maybe their break room in order to make some substantial income for them and their families. And hopefully we'll be able to show you a path that you can take in order to be able to get supported and learn how to do this also. Now, what we're doing tonight as far as what we're going to be talking about, when we say top team, that's just an added bonus, an addition to what we already have here in the company called INFINii. Top team is sort of like a support system. It's sort of like, for lack of a better example, I think about back when my wife, when we had our daughter back a few years ago. We had a doctor, she had a nurse, she had the nurses and all of that, and so the baby was born, and then after the baby was born, we actually had this support system of people that took my daughter into this little facility where they kept all the children and allowed us to get rest and all of that good stuff. That was sort of like an added bonus to the people who had already taken, I guess you could say, one of the most critical roles, which was getting her here safely. And so as top team, we sort of like the people that are like behind the scenes, that after you get started with the business, we sort of nurture you and help you to reach your goals maybe quicker than you would if you were out there alone by yourself, if that makes sense. But like I said, my name is Jeff White. I hail from a little small town here outside of the city of Jackson, Mississippi. I live in a town called Byron, Mississippi. I was born and raised in a really, really small town that's about an hour 15 minutes north of here. Population, I don't know, maybe 5,000 people. And started out in network marketing full time about 4 years ago. Um, did real well. My wife and I, we worked hard and did a lot of things online that to make money. But most of the time, what we found out was that we ran out of people to talk to, and either the company started having problems and we lost money that way, or the company didn't have any problems, but we ran out of people to talk to because the focus was always on recruiting, and we sort of lost out that way. But we didn't stop. Uh, my wife actually walked away from a job. I walked away from a job actually about 4 or 5 months before she did, and we decided we were going to try to make this work from home thing work. Well, ran into some problems. Had to do some door-to-door insurance, walking in drug-infested, gang-infested areas around this state to try to make ends meet. Ran into some guys online that were really doing it big in another company, and somehow found this concept of basically you sell a product first and then you go out and you buy a product. Now, most of us are used to being able to buy something and then going and maybe selling it for a higher price. But when this concept, I guess you could say, crossed our desk of actually selling a product at a higher price first, and then going back to a supplier and actually having that same product, be able to purchase that product for a very, very, very low price and still satisfy the customer, still satisfy the distributor or the manufacturer of that product, and then at the same time be able to, at the end of the day, pay your bills. That was something that we had never seen before. And so we started and we really took off with this business and started doing it. It helped us to keep our home from going into foreclosure. And now 4 years, 3 years later, I think now, we're doing pretty good. We have about, I don't know, 15, 20,000 people around the world that are also doing pretty well with this business. Have some people that are getting very close to $100,000 a month. We have some brand new people that are getting real close to $100 a day. And so we have something for everyone. And if you're on this call, we hope that you will be able to see what we saw and be able to use the information that we were able to use in order to change our lives. And you could possibly change your life and the life of your families if you take what we say or what you hear in the next few minutes seriously. Now, one of the things that I did want to do on this panel is introduce a gentleman. At the end, I'm going to also show you guys a little marketing tip for the people on here who are marketers who would like to learn how to market their business better. But one of the people I wanted to introduce is a gentleman. I just got off the phone with him. We were just a little jaw jacking, what we call it, together. Do you know that this guy actually used to train with Roy Jones Jr.? I told him I was in the boxing ring today with a friend of mine and hitting the punching bags and getting back ready because of been out for a few weeks. But he told me, he said, man, I used to spar with Roy Jones Jr. And I was like, wow. And, you know, the toughest person I ever had to face was my wife, but she's a blue, black, yellow, and red belt. But she's cool as she can be. She's cool as she can be. But I want to introduce to you guys someone who has an international as well as a, I guess you could say, a domestic team in INFINii, who is the epitome of being there for his people, being there each and every week on these calls, and making sure that his people get edified. Mr. Chris McCoy. And Chris, if you're out there, please come on out, man. Tell us your story, and you can also introduce your guests.
All right, no problem. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We hear you loud and clear. Knock it out.
All right, perfect. Hey, first of all, I'd like to thank you for that introduction, and you know that's one of those fun facts that people could throw out there. Not so many people know that about me. You know, some people know I was in the military, but yes, you know, when I was a lot younger, I used to hit the ring. You know, I was throwing in those gloves and throw some punches. And a lot of people don't know that, you know, Pensacola, Florida is like my second home. You know, my mother side of the family, they're all from down there and what have you. And I actually spent my junior and senior year of high school and graduated from that city. You know, even though I was born and raised here in Chicago.
That's cool.
But you know, I mean, I've done a lot of things, and which brought me into this industry, you know, because you know I love the fact that you know you can work at your own terms, and for lack of better words, you know, hopefully I'm not sounding too graphic for the viewers out there, is that you know this industry, I love it because you eat what you kill, you know, or in other words, let me lighten it up a little bit, you write your own check. All right, so I really love that concept, and I too been in this industry for a very long time. Had a lot of failures in the beginning because I wasn't coachable. I tried to do things my way, you know, et cetera, until I actually had to, you know, humble myself and get with some mentors with different type of skill sets that kind of, you know, helped me and sharpen my iron to the position I am here today. You know, so I always tell people, you know, when you get into things like this in this industry or what have you, you know, well, Chris, I don't have the gift of gab, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. It's okay. It's always a learning process. I always tell people I didn't come out my mother's womb looking at the doctor and say, hey, you want to buy this umbilical cord? I didn't come out, you know, as a hustler or a salesperson or a marketer extraordinaire or whatever the case it is. These things are skill sets that I've honed and that I've studied, you know, throughout the years, you know, and And the cool thing about it is that, well, Chris, you've been in for a very long time. Technology kind of, it took all those years in training, and they can put that, they can condense it into a 3-week course, if you will, because of the power of technology. But just like what my business partner Jeff said, I've been with a couple of companies. Some I had moderate success in. However, for no fault of my own or my team, whether it's bad infrastructure, companies that couldn't handle the growth, companies that had a Mickey Mouse management, companies that had a comp plan that was more catered to the top recruiters versus the little guy or the average or below average marketers, et cetera, whatever the case it is, until, I've seen this concept about e-commerce. And I've always, the whole fact of online shopping, and I saw where the trends was going. I noticed that, when I walk into the malls that I used to go to when I was a teenager, that the malls used to stay packed. And then when I go to those very same malls today, it's almost like a ghost town. All right, so I understood where the trends was going, more so online shopping, more so mobile, people shopping on their cell phones, tablets, computers, and such. And I don't know this saying, verbatim, but a once wise man and perhaps a rich person said that if you get involved where the people are doing, you got to find a way to capitalize that. All right, and e-commerce is, it's a $1 trillion industry, ladies and gentlemen, and it's very simple. And what I really love about this with INFINii is that what I saw that my team was doing is that they was having massive success quickly, and the numbers and the income that some of them is going to explain tonight, I should say, is that the income that is being generated from these individuals is actually off their own effort, and AKA they write their own checks. Sometimes it puzzles me when I put up a post on Facebook and say, hey, look at one of my students who made X amount of dollars, thousands of dollars, or hundreds of dollars a month or a day, or whatever the case it is. And the first thing that they always ask me, well, how many people are on their team? Like how many people you got on your team? I'm like, no, it's not about that. These numbers, these figures that you're showing, that you are seeing, this is based off their own efforts. This doesn't even include team building income, okay? Which we do have that here with INFINii, but that doesn't even include with it. And that right there is so powerful because we're so used of it the other way around. You see the people making $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month or a year, whatever the case it is, and these people have massive amount of distributors, IBOs, whatever the case it is on the team. But the people in this company are still putting up those $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 with little to nobody on their team. So that was a big old The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, people's eyebrow raised for me. Okay, and I was like, I definitely got to put my team onto this, all right? And, once I've done that, the ones who were coachable, the ones who took massive action and stayed in communication with me, they ran with it, and they ran hard, okay? And that brings a big smile on my face because, that was one of the challenging things I would have to deal with in companies past is that, yes, I probably could be one of the top customer acquisition leaders or top recruiters or whatever the case you want to say, but my team, it was kind of hard for them to duplicate that massive success. And some of you probably heard this, it gets lonely at the top. It's okay when you walk across the stage, you grabbing that check, you grabbing that trophy, whatever the case it is, but it's much more worthwhile when you can bring, your top tier leaders along with you, or even from the massive. And I'm not talking about a handful of your knights of the round table or your inner circle, quote unquote, if you will. But you got a good percentage of your team who's walking the stage with you. But here with INFINii, we just have such a huge, massive success percentage. It is crazy. I've never seen the success percentage so high in my lifetime in this industry. All right. So with that being said, it looks like I have some people who's having trouble getting on. But one of the people I really want to put the spotlight on for tonight, you guys probably heard from him. I believe we did a hangout a few weeks back or sometime last month of this individual. And he just recently joined, probably no less than 2 months. And I'm looking at what this guy has accomplished in such a little time. He probably been in either a little short of 2 months or a little over 2 months. And this guy is he's just blowing his e-commerce business out the water. Okay, and I'm going to allow him to share his story and share his success as well with this company. So with that being said, hey Jose, if you're on there, just unmute yourself and can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear there. Just want to go ahead and do a quick mic check.
All right, I hear you loud and clear, man. Roger,
I'm
Dodger.
good. I'm good, Jose.
All right, spectacular. Guess I just want to go ahead and give you a quick little background myself in case you haven't seen me before here on here. Of course, pretty much from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm an alum here out of University of Louisville, degrees in communications, and spent about 14 years in the Army. Part of it is enlisted and some was officer. When I got out, I had a lot of issues actually trying to find employment. I applied to over 179 different jobs. I bounced around a couple jobs. I went and tried to actually start my own store, and I realized that actually making money was a whole lot harder than I initially thought it would have been, you know. And then Chris reached out to me here about 2 years later. I even obtained my master's degree in that time frame, and I still haven't been able to find employment. But Chris reached out to me and he stated, "Hey, take a look at this system here. It's working extremely well for me, and I know you're gonna do great in it as well." So I went ahead and took a look at it, and of course he just said, "There's money to be had in there. I know you're gonna do great. Jump in there and make money." Too easy. So I jumped in there, did the training. He told me three things in there. Just follow these three values. Be coachable, stay in contact, and take massive action. So throughout that time, I completed the steps in the training that he provided me with INFINii, and also um, with the values that he provided. I went ahead and started initiating those values. I kept in contact with him. I asked him questions along the way if I had any issues, and he stayed there to mentor me and coach me along the way. And I also took the biggest step was taking massive action. I went ahead and jumped in, and I think it was my first time there. I went shopping, spent about $100, and I was able to make $150 in the first week. After the first 3 weeks, I already had made over $1,000. About 4 weeks in, I was over $2,000, and then here recently, I was able to get over here. Actually, this last Friday, I was able to get over $900 in one day. Now, my first 60, actually, this is my 61st day here with actually listing items and selling my own product. And I was able to get over $6,000 in earnings just for myself in that time frame.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry, man. Keep going.
Oh, no, I understand that. So, I mean, this is a very powerful system. You got great mentors and coaches available to, basically, if necessary, hold your hand along the way if necessary, or just, support you along the way and cheer you on as you're excelling with the system. And I know anyone here that barely has any experience, any business experience whatsoever, can actually duplicate this. I've actually been in online marketing as well beforehand with several different companies, and I myself was able to actually bring on team members and actually have some moderate kind of success with it. But I always had issues with my team members duplicating that success. Now I was able to bring on two other team members here recently with INFINii, and immediately in their first week they're already getting sales, and they're already bringing in an income on their own, and that's just unheard of. And I'm very impressed by the system. I'm excited about it. They're pumped up about it. One of my actual team members I coached on there, he had over $900 in sales in less than 9 days. you know, so this is a very, very powerful system that anyone here can actually leverage if they choose to do so and desire to actually bring about an income and even replace it their current income and surpass it.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Man,
That's
that's crazy.
you know, sometimes you just gotta pinch yourself, man. You be like, is
Now,
this possible? All right. I mean, over $6,000, you know, in little of 2 months, 60 days, if you will. You know, and usually when people see those figures, you know, again, they want to know how many people was on your team and all this other stuff. This does not include his team building income whatsoever. That is very just straight up off his own efforts by him, you know, going through the systems, applying the systems, you know, learning, doing, and teaching others what to do. You know, it's definitely phenomenal, man. You know, and he's rocking and rolling. You know, I definitely got a lot of others who's you know, here's some good numbers as well. We actually waiting on my man Pierre. I know he's having some technical difficulties, so I'm waiting for him to send me an email so I can send to you, Jeff. Hopefully he'll be able to hear this and get that up to you. But with that being said, man, I mean, this is what we have here with INFINii. You know, I mean, it's one thing to look at the information and the training that the company provides, but also, as Jeff mentioned earlier, you know, we have a strong flexing, okay, flexing muscles on you, strong support group. Okay, I mean, if you have any type of questions or wherever the case may be, you got people within seconds, you know, answering for you, and probably give you some tips that, you know, that's probably not even discussed in, you know, the curriculums that the corporate have supplied in our back office. So I mean, that's what I really loved about, you know, especially when I teamed up with Jeff, is that, you know, he was a guy who shared a lot of value, and that was one of the things I really couldn't stand. You know, in past businesses, is that, you know, you get linked up with somebody who was your quote unquote sponsor or whatever the case is, and soon they sign you up, they go into the witness protection program. You're like, wait a minute, hold on. I don't know anything what I'm supposed to do here. And you, what? You just disappear? You just went cash on folks, okay? And that's what I couldn't stand. You know, I really couldn't stand that, or they end up leaving the company for whatever reason, and I just really got tired of that. And, you know, Jeff, you know, he was just one of the people that I know he was very consistent in doing what he was doing. He wasn't one of those, you know, island hoppers or you know, business hoppers and stuff like that. You know, he worked and he built and build and build and build. You know, I said, you know what, I got to link up with this guy. This is the guy I definitely want to, you know, do business with. You know, and that's how we are here with Top Team. You know, we're definitely here for you. You know, you guys who are looking at the Hangouts and whatnot, hey, go ahead and click that button and go ahead and to know a little bit more information about, okay, how did Jose make over $6,000, you know, in such a little time? You know, I mean, all the information is right there. If he can do it, you can do it. All right, you don't have to be so, you know, computer inclined that, you know, I mean, as long as you're not to the point that if we ask you, hey, grab your mouse and move this, and you just start screaming out off your head off or what have you. As long as you're not like that when it comes to computers, you're good, all right? So it is a very kindergarten style, copy and paste type of atmosphere and training modules that we have here with INFINii. So, you know, with that, man, hey, Jeff, back to you, man, if you have anything.
Hey, man, that was excellent. And Jose, let a brother hold like $2, bro. Nah, I mean, I'm just kidding.
Very true. Oh, yes, sir. I'll check that over to you real quick.
You know what, man? I'm sitting here and I think about all of the people that we have, and I know Chris and I know Jose. All of us have not probably in the hundreds, and some of us in the thousands of people that we contact or talk to each week who have like these amazing stories. And it's difficult for people to get out and tell those stories, but once they realize how many people it can impact or touch, some of them get out here and tell them or tell their stories, but the majority don't. But for you guys who get out here and are able to share with us your stories and the things that you've been through, and Like Jose, you were talking about the military, 14 years. I was um, I was reading a post that Kevin Okawana, who is one of the owners, who's one of the guys that was like in the trenches with me, teaching me this marketing stuff and learning how to do a lot of these things where you learn how to attract people and you learn how to target the right people, the people who really want to hear what you have to say when it comes to a marketing or whatever type of marketing type of opportunity or what type of opportunity you're trying to market. And Kevin was talking about how one of the things that he appreciated the most about when he was in the military was not having to go out and fight Al Qaeda or whatever, do something where you taking someone's life. One of the things that he said was he cherished the most was when he was in some type of relief effort, like the different tsunamis and the earthquakes and things like that that we've heard about over the last few weeks and last few days, actually. He said those are the things that really brought him the most joy. And it's the same thing for us. I think Chris can vouch for this. When you're able to sort of like save people out of the rat race when it comes in, no one's not you're never going to hear anyone here dog a job out. Hey, we all of us have had a job, and all of us most of us still have some type of job, if it's nothing but getting up every week and cutting the grass in the yard. That's a job. Whether you get paid for it or not. But the bottom line is, when you're able to do something that benefits and helps and serves someone else, that's when you get fulfillment in your life. It's just bottom line. That's what I've learned over the years. And hey, Chris, I have a young lady, Christina, that I'm talking about, like spur of the moment, like 30 seconds ago. She's been posting just all of these amazing stories, like for her and her teammates and things like that she's been doing in our team. And I sent her a link and I said, look, we just want to hear your story. Just tell your heart. And I think she's actually on the call. So if you're on the call, Christina, you don't have to do anything out of the ordinary. Listen to me. I'm totally, I guess you could say, is it out of the ordinary or not ordinary, whatever you want to call it. I'm just women this stuff, just talking about what's real. And if you're on the call, you want to tell your story, please do. Chris, before I mess your name up terribly, tell us your name and pronounce it the correct way.
All right.
Go right ahead.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes, we hear you very well. Go ahead.
My name is Christina Anizio.
Okay, Christina. Hey, go ahead and tell your story. I'm going to mute myself out. And please just tell us about your experience and with this company and with this team. And anything else you'd like to share, please.
Okay. I started with INFINii and Top Team on February 17th of 2016, which is this year. I've been watching my friend, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, Evis, for about 5 to 6 months. I was skeptical at first because I didn't understand what this was. But after some deep consideration and stalking his Instagram, watching his results, I was like, I need to get in on this myself. Because what I was doing currently wasn't working out for me. For $50 a month, they were talking about a return that would take 1 year to 18 months to see. And I honestly felt that was a bad investment. So I decided to take a break from what I was currently doing and to put that money into something I knew would produce results. But I had no idea that within my first month I would be seeing any type of results. But first week, made a sale, and then the next week I made 3 sales in a row, and it just kept on coming. Even right now, as I'm hitting my second month in this company, it still amazes me. Even got my friend in, who also is Christina, Lately, people have been thinking I'm actually talking to myself when I post the pictures. But no, that's actually my friend. We've been friends for, I guess, about 2, 3 years now. And I met her online through Animal Crossing. It was on Amazon because everyone wanted to play the new game, Animal Crossing New Leaf, but they didn't want to have an empty town. But I never thought that that connection would actually bring me somewhere. But she's a great person, and she's really loving INFINii too. I wish she could come on too, but her schedule's kind of crazy right now. But not for long. She's ready to quit her job. But you really just have to stay dedicated with this. Follow the training, and you'll see the results. And if you're not getting the results, you need to look over what you're already doing and try something else. What I love about Top Team is not just recognition. Like when you join a team, most of the times it's just a title. But with Top Team is more than a title. It's a family. It's an actual community that cares about your results. When you make success, your success is their success. And that's an experience I never experienced before. Every single place I ever gone, and I'm only 23 years old, 24 this year, it's always been the crabs in the barrel theory. Everyone's fighting each other to get to the top. But with this group, everyone is working together to get to the top. If you are behind, they're not going to let you stay there. They refuse to leave you behind. And that's basically my experience with Top Team and INFINii so far.
Wow. Can I say wow, Christina?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I got it out. But that was awesome. Um, I have not met you personally, but I see you like everywhere. You're always helping people and things like that. And it's one of the things that it was one of the reasons why when I was out looking for an opportunity that I could do, one of the things that I wanted to do was create a community, or at least try to create a community where people who had similar mindsets would be able to connect. And people who don't have the mindset that most of us have, they sort of just gravitate away from our group. I mean, it's it just happens, you know. It's nothing I can do about it because I'm the type of person that I'll bend over backwards for you, and I'll go and I'll talk to people like the management people. I talked to Hitesh, who is the CEO of the company. And Chris will tell you about some of the back and forth we've had because I'm the type that I'm gonna stand up for my people, but I expect something out of my people, the people that I work with. I expect people to do like I do, which is grind it out and find ways to make it happen. But the fact that we have this awesome community of people who it's almost like we gel together and think the same way. It's I don't know, it's something special to me. And just having you on our team and having you in the group are always posting the positive successes of not just you, not just what you're doing, but you edify other people. I was taught that you can edify yourself and you'll make it a long way. But if you edify others, you'll make it wherever you want to be. I mean, you'll always make it, and that's one of the things I appreciate about you. And your story is phenomenal, by the way. It really is. And if you want to share something else, hey, go right ahead. I got people that are sending me inbox messages saying, "Oh my goodness, this is awesome, D." Just people listening in right now. And I can put screenshots in there if people want to see it. So, you know, sometimes people say, "Oh, I want to see the screenshot." I'll show you the screenshots. Go ahead. Is that all you have, Christina?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's no problem. Hey, thank you for taking out the time to get on the call, okay?
No problem.
No problem. Hey, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. Hey, hey, Chris, do you have anything you want to say? Uh, I know you got something, but let me say this, Chris. Do you
Yeah.
have something that you would like to say? I know you have something that you can say.
These are times wasting.
Oh, just 3 words, man. Just 3 words.
Click the button.
Click the button. There you go. All right, everybody. Hey, we have fun over here with Top Team and over here with INFINii. You know, I mean, and that's the beauty part about it. You know, I mean, you have some people. Yeah, they'll be laughing on the outside but crying on the inside. The whole little Gemini type of mask going on or what have you. But we all smiles here with INFINii and Top Team. You know, because again, we have a family, we have a community that supports one another. We have a streamlined, orderly fashion training and education module that's going to teach you the power of e-commerce every step of the way. And that's what I love about this. The only way this doesn't work if you don't work it. Period. All right. The only way this does not work is if you do not work it. You don't work it. You overthink the process. Okay. The training tells you do A, B, C. You want to do, X, Y, Z. One thing at a time. Okay. And that's why I always tell my people, be coachable. You gotta be willing to learn in order to do this. All right. Some of you, because I know we probably got some of these people in the audience as well. I sell stuff on eBay already and all this other stuff. Yeah, so have I. But I never made the type of money selling on eBay until I joined this video. Trust me, my man Jose right there can vouch for that. Okay, we never made this type of money ever in e-commerce until we went through these trainings with INFINii. It's more than what you think it is, drop shipping. It's more than that. Drop shipping is just one component. Okay, matter of fact, it's just the tip of the iceberg compared to what the power of this business of INFINii can actually do. So there's a lot of people kind of get this as they say, get it twisted. This is not just about drop shipping. There's a whole lot of things that's going on into this engine that makes this a massive, massive opportunity. All right. And sooner or later, you guys will see it. And the only way you will see it, you got to, 3 words again, click the button. All right. So, hey, that's all I have, buddy. Back to you.
Okay, Chris. Hey, thank you, man. Hey, listen, this is what I'm gonna do now. I said I was each week I was gonna try to share some type of marketing value for people because I hear people always say that they may have difficulty marketing and things like that and getting people um, interested in their business opportunity. But I never, because I've learned the right way to, I guess you could say, to market. I never actually go after people when it comes to marketing. What I do is I put information out, and the person who that information resonates with, they reach out to me. And that's the most important thing that most people have to remember is that when it comes to marketing, what you're trying to do is you're not trying to reach everyone. You're trying to reach your, I guess you could say, demographic or person, the person that resonates or that relates to the information that you're putting out there. And so one of the things that I always do is I do have a Facebook fan page, and I learned something pretty cool that's new, sort of new, on Facebook as far as fan pages. And anyone that's marketing, it'll probably be a good idea to have a fan page. And I'm going to show you something that one of my mentors, he went over. I already knew some of what he showed this weekend, but I'm just going to show you a quick little tip, something that's really cool that you can do to almost make your fan page sort of like what the blogs used to be. You know how everybody used to go out and purchase their domain name and create a blog and have to blog every day and talk about certain specific subjects in order to get us audience that was interested in that particular subject, and then they would try to back in those people into some type of business opportunity. Well, one of the things that you can do when it comes to, let's say you create YouTube videos, or let's say you only have a Facebook page but you want to create a blog. Well, one of the things you can do after you create your blog is have a call to action so that you can start building a list and getting people on your list so that you will be able to market to them. And I'm going to show you guys a quick and easy way to do that, to actually build an email list from your Facebook fan page. And let me show you that. I'm gonna share my screen. Give me a second. And when I share my screen, I'm gonna be on my blog site. I'm just doing this just to show you guys this on my blog site. Hey Chris, will you let me know if you can see my blog site now?
I see you, buddy.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
my fan
I see it.
page. Okay. All right. Okay, so on my fan page right here, this is like one of my Facebook fan pages right here. And if you notice right here, right on your fan page, there's a button right here that says learn more. Like if if I send someone to my fan page right now, like from Twitter, when they get to my fan page, they would obviously have to like it. You know, where people have to like your fan page in order to see the content. I actually have what's called like a video, like let's see. I'm gonna scroll down just a little bit and show you this. See where it says videos right here? There's like a video like playlist that a person will see as soon as they like my page. But right here where it says learn more, you can actually put like a capture page, like a call to action or whatever you want to do. If you're a marketer, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm going to click on this button that says learn more, and you see where it says test button? When I click on test button, it's going to take you over to a page that when people click on that call to action, they'll go directly to a place where they can actually opt in to my email list. I'm going to click on test button. Now this is one of my opt-in pages right here that I get a lot of people that are looking, and someone is probably watching this video, watching this hangout is probably saying, hey, I saw that page today or yesterday or last week or 6 months ago. This is one of my highest converting pages right here, and I can show you exactly how to create a page like this, and it's pretty simple. I actually train on it a little bit, but I've been letting Kevin sort of do the main training on things like this. If you notice right here, it's like a video. If you notice, it looks like a video right here. It's a video it looks like they can click the button there and play the video. Well, if they go to play the video, here's what happens. Let me show you. Click on it right there, and that's what happens. It says add your real name and email to activate video, and they have to put their name and they have to put their email address in there, and then they have to click this button and it'll activate a video. And the video that it's going to play is our INFINii opportunity video, which shows the people shopping for profits and things like that. But here's how you actually get to this is where you actually put that information. All right, you click here, see where it says edit call to action. If you don't have this, what you'll have is a place that says set up video. And what you would do, you would put your URL or your capture page link right here. Or if you don't have that there, you'll have this button. You see where it says no? You just click right there, and it has a place for you to put either a website or an app. So if you click on app right there, you can actually put like a YouTube video. So if you have a cool YouTube video that you want to put out there, you can put the link to the YouTube video right there and click on save changes. And at the end of the video, guess what? It's going to take them to your capture page. Now let me show you. I'm going to try to show you how this works and I'm sorry. I'm going to try to show you this in action. Let me show you this video while it's in action. Now this is like a video that I've shot.
Jeff White.
You hear it talking right there. Now I'm going to get to the end of this video and it's going to take you to the call to action. Now watch what happens. I'm going to mute it out. And let's see. Watch this. It's gonna take it a second. Uh-oh. It's trying to do the playlist. But let's see if it'll do it for me. Uh-oh. It's going to another video. But what generally what it would do if you're a new person coming to my website, when the video finishes, it's gonna have a button that's gonna say learn more. And when they click on the learn more, it's gonna take them over to this spot right here. And when they go to this spot, they're going to click on this right here, and it's going to take them to a place where they can put their name and their email address in. If you have an Aweber account or anything like that set up, it's going to put those people automatically on your list so that you can market to them in the future. So I hope that is a little value for you guys, and I hope that you'll be able to use that when it comes to marketing your business. With that said, wait a minute. Looks like we have someone else. And Chris, if you want to unmute yourself, looks like we have another person that's wants to come on.
Yes, yes, definitely. And I know I believe he's in some type of class going on right now. This is one of the individuals that Jose was talking about. So Jose, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and introduce your student.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to go ahead and introduce you to Patrick Bender. He's a very phenomenal guy. He went ahead and followed our values and hit it out the park in less than 9 days. And Patrick, go ahead, unmute your mic and take out the time to tell us a little bit about your story, a little bit about your background, and how you performed with INFINii and was profitable with INFINii. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, guys? I come from a not a good background, but you know, INFINii is done nothing but help me. You know, I was kind of worried because it cost something at first, you know, and I really didn't have the money, but I'm glad I, you know, went ahead and proceeded. And I met Jose. Me and him came about. He ran a store up in Louisville, Kentucky. I came there to buy a bouncy house, and you know, he treated me pretty good. And I'm glad I followed his footsteps. And now I'm $877 within my first month. You know, it hasn't even been a month. It's crazy. You know, it's money, and I'm glad I went with it because now, you know, I'm a truck driver. My hours are getting cut, and I have a backup plan. And my dream is to retire by the time I'm 36, and I'm well on my way. But I appreciate the coaching that Jose has gave me. You know, I look up to this man. It's crazy. But you know, I really don't have long. I'm sitting here at firefighter practice on hazmat. But you know, you guys have a good class, and I got to jump off here.
Patrick, thank you for taking the time to join us and give us your story. It was very powerful. You see that you took massive action. You will be able to generate an income and become profitable in less than 9 days. That's very, very powerful story that you gave us, and thank you very much, man. We'll go ahead and let you go there and jump back to your firefighter duties now.
Oh, wow.
All righty. See you guys.
Thanks, Patrick.
All right, take care, man.
Wow, that's awesome.
That is crazy right there, all right? And those are the type of stories I really love that, you know, because, you know, some people, they might be kind of like, you know, hesitant or thinking what if or whatever case it is. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that he took the chance. And he pretty much turned $50 into, what, almost $900 on there, Jose, if I'm not mistaken, because all he had to do was just follow the training, listen to his coach, and just put everything in action. And look what happened. Look what happened. If he didn't jump in, he probably would have been on the same, you know, as I usually call it, hamster wheel, whatever, you know, life is doing, whatever case it is. It's like a merry-go-round. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got to do something different. Okay? You can't expect different darn results if you keep doing the same thing. You got to throw something different into the equation, and you will be lucky when you take that chance how big of a breakthrough that happens. Okay? Again, didn't have the money, took a chance, and look what happened in less than 2 weeks. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Again, great job, Jose. Great job. Hey, Jeff, hey, I don't pretty much have anything else to add, man. So it's back to you, buddy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, man, listen, Chris, Jose, um, Christina, look, everyone that was on tonight, we really appreciate you guys for having the confidence to come out. And you really have to have confidence in order to get out in public and just, sort of tell your story or tell other people's story and things like that. We got a gentleman that's in the middle of his job, a serious job. I mean, all of us have serious things we do, but I mean, he took out the time to be able to come out here in order to just say how much he appreciates his mentor Jose, and also appreciate the what he has found. And so, if you're listening in on this call, if you're a person that's probably skeptical, you probably have one of the things I know for a fact I've gotten about, and I haven't read all of them today, but I actually marketed to people that were in companies like um, Metaluca and all types of great companies out there, Mary Kay, and all of those are absolutely fantastic companies. But one of the things that I think all of us, if we really, really, really want to be honest with each other and honest with ourselves, is this, that it's very difficult to continue to recruit people, or even if you're a great recruiter, it's very difficult to find people like yourself, which is people that are able to bring 15, 20, 30 people a month to the table that are ready to join and sign up and get started with a business opportunity. Well, here's the thing. If you're in Melaleuca, if you're in any of these other companies, I'm trying to think of some of the ones that I targeted this week. ACN, I've targeted Amway, just all types of different companies. Here's the thing. You don't have to leave those companies. You don't have to turn in your resignation or say that, hey, you no longer want to be an affiliate or use those great products that those companies sell. Janice, I think it is, Global, and all those companies. I'm thinking of them as I go. But what's most important is this, is that people are happy with your product, and people that you bring to the table in order to market the product are happy with the product and the business opportunity side of it. And if they're not necessarily happy, we have a solution for that. We have a way for you to be able to generate income for your people and for your team, and they never have to leave that company. We have a way for people to generate income from thin air. They never have to go out and market this. They never have to go to a hotel meeting. They never have to have a home party. They never have to go to a big time live event if they don't want to. Some people do it. They don't have to do it. But here's the thing. They can still generate income, because we're all in this industry in order to generate income. We might be generating income for ourselves. We may be doing it for our kids. We may be doing it for our parents. We may be doing it for some type of worthy cause. But at the end of the day, we're trying to generate income. So if that's what you're trying to do, we have a solution for you. So if whoever invited you to this hangout tonight, if you see a little yellow button over on the left, you click on that yellow button, and it will take you to a spot where you can watch a presentation where some of our people went to a live event. They were given like $100 bills, and they were able to go out to regular stores, Family Dollars, Five Belows, things that are in your local community. And they were able to use that in order to go to a multi-billion-dollar company like Amazon, send those products into those companies, and make thousands, hundreds, and thousands of dollars. sitting in a room, you know, just watching their money generate. So we teach you how to do all of that. If that's something for you, cool. If it's not, no problem. We'll still try to be around. We just had some events in, like, I don't know, 8, 9 different countries on, you know, just showing this opportunity to people and helping people to see that there's another way for them to generate income for them and their families. With that being said, I want to thank everyone that's on here, that was on here tonight, all of our panelists. On Wednesday night, if you look over to the right side, there's a button there that says Women of Top Team, WOTT. We have a team of young ladies who do basically what we do, but they sound much better than me, and they look much better than me and all that good stuff. But they're going to talk about working this business from a woman's perspective. So even if you decide, you know what, I don't want to join this business with this guy that's been hitting on punching bags all day, and there's people that's training with Roy Jones Jr. But hey, that's cool. That's cool. We have ladies here who have children. We have your soccer moms. We have your teachers. We have your nurses and people who are doctors. We had a lady on last week who was 2 weeks ago. I talked to a young lady who's getting started, who just got started, who's a nurse practitioner. She hadn't even signed into our group yet, but she's making a ton of money on her job, but she's not happy. So that's the important thing. We want people happy, earning income for them and their families. So with that being said, Chris, like to thank everyone that's on the call. Christina, like to thank you, Jose. And anyone that was on tonight, thank you for being on. We'll talk to you guys later, and we'll see you on the internet. Take care.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.